Hello everyone, I welcome you all in this PyTest framework series. In last video, I have covered how to parameterize fixtures. In this, we have created fixture which will launch Chrome and Firefox browser depending upon the parameters we are passing. And test case will execute on these two browsers, first on Chrome and second on Firefox. Now next concept is second way to achieve parameterization, that is by using this annotation @pytest.mark.parameterize. So by using this we can achieve data driven. With this approach we can execute single test case with different assets. Now consider real life scenario for Gmail application. Suppose we want to sign up to the Gmail application, and then by using newly created credentials we want to log into the Gmail application. So here test case will be sign up to the Gmail application and then log into the Gmail account. So this is a test case. Suppose there are more data is there available, means we want to execute this test case against multiple set of data. Then in that case we can achieve this by using parameterization. Means we can pass this different set of data to the test and will execute same test case with multiple set of data. So to achieve data driven, or we want to execute single test case with different sets of data, then we can use this approach by using annotation @pytest.mark.parameterize. Now I will use existing code. So this is a sourcedemo.com. This is the application, and here test case is validation of header and section name. For example, validation of this header and section name. Now suppose I want to execute this test case with multiple sets of data. Means consider here this is the list of credentials are available. So by using these credentials I want to execute these test cases. So we can achieve this by using data provider. I will use this same file and will rename this file as test underscore data provider. And same I am using same this contest.py file, this as a fixture, and now instead of execution, now here instead of executing these test cases against two browsers, I will put only Chrome browser. This concept is same like data provider concept in TestNG. So here we will change here name as well, data provider demo. Now we have to use annotation pytest.mark.parameterize, and here we have to pass the parameter. Now we are passing username and password to that application, and we are repeating this with different credentials. So here I will pass username and password. So here we have to pass the credentials, username and password. We can copy and paste this username and password credentials from this application. So standard user and comma, its a password is secret sauce. This is a one set. Now we have to we are repeating this test case for three credentials. So we'll take this one. This is second credentials, and I will take one more lockout user. Okay. So if I am using the standard user, then it will log in successfully, and it will validate this. It will log in successfully and it will validate header and title. Now next step we have to log out the application so that for next test cases it will not fail. So we have to make sure application should be logged out. So I will write code for logout application. So let's find web element. For logging out this application, we have to click on this menu, and then we have to click on this logout link. So first we'll find the web element. This is a button with text as a open menu. So we'll check here, button and text equals to menu. So this is the XPath for open menu button. So first I will write here, open menu button is equals to self dot driver dot find element. I will copy here from this, and here instead of class name we have to give XPath. And so this is the XPath for open menu button. Then after that we have to click on the logout link. So logout link is equal to, again we will copy this line, that is self dot driver dot find element by XPath. We will find its XPath for this logout link. So its XPath is a text equals to logout. So this is the XPath for logout link. Now we have find the open menu and logout link, this web element. Then we have to click on this open menu dot click. Then again we have to click on the logout link dot click. Okay, so this is a code. So with first credentials, it will log in successful and it will validate. Then we are closing. We are logging out this application. Then we'll check for second set. So this is a second set. Password is same. So for second set also, it will log in successfully. It will validate this Swag Labs and product. Then it will click on this open menu and it will log out the application. Then third set is this logged out user. Locked out user, and password is same. So if we enter this credential, then it will not log in. So here these two test cases it will pass, but for this credential this test case will fail. So what we have done, so this test validate header, this test case we want to execute with three sets of these credentials. Okay, means we are checking whether with this credential it is logging to the application, or not. So we are checking that. So for that we are using this annotation @pytest.mark.parameterize, and we are passing this username and password. So this username and password we want to pass to this test validate header for this test case. So that's why we are giving this username and password variable here. Okay, and so here also we have to use the same variable username and password. So for first set, it will pick this set of credentials. Okay, it will execute this test case. Then for second iteration, it will pick this username and credentials. It will execute test case, and for third iteration, it will pick this set of credentials. Now and password, we are passing to this username and password web element. So we have to remove this hard coded username and password, and we have to pass this variable. So this is a complete test case. Here as this test case, this is extending this test base. So this test base, again it is using this fixture initial setup which is there in this conf.test.py file. So here we are executing test case only on the Chrome browser. We can execute on Firefox as well, but right now we are focusing only on the Chrome browser. So let's execute this test case and check. So for execution, we are using this command pytest. Then we have to pass the file location from the Python package. So Python package is Python. Its name is Python underscore adf. Then slash. We have to give the file name. File name is test underscore data underscore provider dot py hyphen "v" for more verbose and for hyphen "s" for printing console output. Now let's execute and check. Now it have collected three items, means three times this test case will execute. Single test case is there, but with different sets of data. So with standard user it have validated. Second for performance glitch user. So this is, and third is for logged out user. So like this way, it have executed test case for three sets of data. We can see here in console, it have collected three items. If we see in the console in details, collected three item. Then this is a first test case. Okay, this is the class name, file name, class name, and this is the test case name. Then on Chrome browser, it is executing Chrome, because here we are passing the parameter as a Chrome. So first it will execute on this Chrome. Now only one parameter is there, Chrome, so it will execute only on the Chrome. Then it will pick first credentials. In data provider, we can see we have passed this standard user and secret sauce. This is the first credential, so it will execute on this first credentials. Then as we have manually seen, this is a valid credential, so it will log into the application and validate this header and title. So test case is passed. Next, again same test case will executed on Chrome browser with this set of credentials, that is performance glitch user and secret sauce. So again this is a valid credentials, so it will execute and it will pass. And this is a third. For third test cases, it will execute on Chrome browser with locked out user and secret sauce with these credentials. Now this is an invalid credential, so test case will fail. So that's why it will not find the next element, that is header and section name, because it is not logged into the application. That's why this web element header and section, it will not this element will not be found. So that's why it is giving me no such element exceptions, no such element exception. So means my expectation is two test case should be passed and one fail, and here we are getting the same result. Here one fail and two test cases are passed. So like this way, we can execute same test cases with different sets of data by using this annotation pytest.mark.parameterize. This is the same concept like a data provider in TestNG. So that's all from today's video. If you like this video, then please click on like button and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching this video.